Baseball fans, this is the ultimate 2026 MLB preview you've been waiting for. Today, we'll be breaking down the MLB's best player at every position entering 2026, who dominates and why, which teams got hit the hardest in free agency. I'm talking the winners and the losers, and major injury news that could shift the entire season. We're looking at star power, clubhouse impact, WAR projections, and what all this means for playoff races, especially for teams like the Mets, Dodgers, Yankees, Phillies, Padres, Red Sox, and more. Smash that like button and let's get into it. MLB Network releases official ranking of the best current players at every position heading into the 2026 season, and this list is fire. Let's break it down position by position. First, at starting pitcher, you have Tarik Skubal of the Detroit Tigers. This guy is the back-to-back American League ERA champ and Cy Young winner. He leads the majors in strikeouts over the last few seasons and has been completely dominant on the mound. Skubal isn't just good. He's elite durability meets elite stuff, and that's a rare combo to have in today's game. He actually has incredible strikeout totals, and the Tigers become real contenders with him at the top. For the catcher position, you have Kyle Raleigh of the Mariners. The catcher spot is often overlooked, but Kyle Raleigh hit 60 home runs, the most ever by a catcher in one season. It was near the top of MVP voting. That's not a one-off. He's refining the value of the position. At first base, you have Freddie Freeman of the LA Dodgers. Freeman continues to be one of baseball's most consistent hitters. Top batting average, elite on-base skills, OPS numbers that rival the best in the game. And he's faced pitchers from every era. A true all-time great. At second base, you have Ketel Marte of the Diamondbacks. Marte has become the gold standard at second base in baseball. Plus power and elite on-base numbers combined with defensive value, he's everyday impact. At third base, we have Jose Ramirez of the Guardian. Ramirez isn't just a top third baseman. He's one of the most complete players in baseball with power, speed, defense, and elite OPS. At shortstop, they have Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals. Witt's skills check every box. Hits, power, speed, defense, a five-tool superstar. He's top tier all around. In the outfield, you have Julio Rodriguez, Aaron Judge, and Jarren Duran. Julio Rodriguez continues his rise with elite numbers at the plate and in center field. Aaron Judge remains one of the best hitters in the world. OPS, homers, hard hit rates, he's a perennial MVP candidate. And Jarren Duran brings speed and extra base power to the outfield. For the relief pitcher, we have Aroldis Chapman. Chapman had a career-high performance as a reliever last season with a sub 1.2 ERA. And one of baseball's lowest opponent averages. At 37, he's shown that age paralysis doesn't apply to elite relievers. Now that we know who the elite talent are, let's talk about how the offseason reshaped teams and which ones might have regressed before the season even started. The free agent market is now locked in. Nearly every key signing is done, and some teams are walking into 2026 lighter than they like. Let's break down the biggest hit. First, the Red Sox. They lost Alex Bregman. Boston's rotation is elite, but losing Alex Bregman weakens their infield power and lineup dynamics. The Red Sox handed him a chance to thrive somewhere else, and that move has ripple effects on run production. You also have the Cubs, who lost Kyle Tucker. The Cubs allowed a top free agent on the market to sign elsewhere, and that's a deal that could haunt them. They still have defensive versatility, but losing premier bat skills matter. You also have the Blue Jays, who lost Bo Bichette. Toronto lost a key offensive piece when Bo Bichette signed elsewhere. They reshaped their infield and will hope for consistency, but losing Bichette kills them. The Astros, they lost Framber Valdez, one of the most durable pitchers in baseball, walking. The Astros missed the playoffs last year. Replacing that innings eater is not simple, especially when the rotation was already shaky. My Mets, we lost Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz. This is big. Two franchise icons gone. Alonso's power punch and Diaz being the closer that he is won games single-handedly for New York. Yes, the Mets added stars back, but losing that core still hurts, and fans have every right to feel emotional. The Phillies, they have rotation challenges. The Phillies lost key arms, one being Ranger Suarez, and Aaron Nola is showing decline. Don't forget about Zack Wheeler, who faces a comeback from injury. Now the Padres, they have the largest overall losses. San Diego had arguably the biggest downturn in free agent impact. Dylan Cease gone. Bullpen depth eroded. Offensive losses too. That's a big swing downward. Okay, some teams lost stars, but what about players out for spring training and possibly much longer? The injury side of this offseason deserves attention, especially for teams that could see major disruption. Mets fans are watching Lindor's recovery close. His elite defense and bat consistency is cornerstone value, and losing him even short-term changes lineup strategy. The Yankees, they have multiple pieces out. The Yankees are dealing with key pieces banged up, which could affect rotation depth and bench flexibility. In a division where everyone matters, health could be the X factor. You also have Twins and other ball clubs. Both Minnesota and others have rotation and bench injuries that might push young players into bigger roles or expose roster weakness. 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most competitive seasons in recent memory. Elite position players, impact free agent shifts, and health storylines that could make or break teams. Who do you think has the best overall roster headed into 2026? Comment below. Like the video, subscribe for more deep MLB breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next video.